literally just like this kind of lower mountain with a long stretch on it. And what it is it's got a couple biplanes inside of it, as well as a gyrocopter that sometimes Anton uses to go down to town if he needs to get groceries or whatever to restock. Doesn't use it terribly often because the thing is really dangerous and not really well made. But yeah, so there's a you land on like this port that's sitting outside of the building.
I think that I will. Can I get out of this place? Can I please leave now and go back to town?
Yeah, we'll
make a new mansion somewhere else.
I'll try to run to the cockpit.
Oh, so you're running to the airplane hangar?
Yes.
Okay, everybody wanted to go inside?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. You open the door to the hangar, and there are two biplanes. But then one of them explodes in the port, and you see like parts of it fly out and everything. It knocks one of the biplanes to the side a little bit, but it doesn't destroy the second one. And coming out of this explosion is a man with this giant sword. And he's got like a big shield, and he just kind of walks through the fire. He was inside of the fire. Like, there's something protecting him from the fire as he walks through it. He's an old Englishman. He's got like a goatee. It kind of goes like that. It's a pretty long one. Ponytail in the back. He's wearing this old English armor. It looks ancient, even by 1920s standards. As he walks forward, his shield has like this really regal looking fish painted on it. And he walks through the fire, and then surrounding him are two of those giant sturgeon deep ones that kind of walk next to him. He pulls his sword out, and he kind of like, and he says, "You won't be leaving here alive." As he looks straight into you.
I knew it.
And he points eyeballs. And he kind of just points his sword at you.
Can I just no thinking at all, just like, or just like shoot off at this guy's?
Yeah, I was gonna line up a shot as well.
Everybody's gonna line up a shot.
I'm gonna shoot him.
All right, everybody, roll your respective firearms things.
So I missed.
You missed. Okay.
I'm spending 5 luck.
So you shoot Anton. You shoot at him, and just he puts his shield up, and it just it, like shoots right out. And then Everett, you said you got a success.
I got it. Yeah.
You spent a little luck.
Yeah.
You shoot at him, but one of the sturgeons jumps into the way. Like it's almost like it just kind of like has this unnatural moment where it just like, and the thing just like takes it right in the chest. And it just kind of looks up at you, but you can see blood trickling out of its chest plate as it did strike through its armor, but it didn't seem to kill it yet. And he's just like, "You think you can really run from Lang Fu, do ya?" In this.
Yeah.
Wait, what'd you say?
Oduya was a guy on the Blackhawks for a while. Oduya.
Sure was.
Yeah.
It's Johnny Oduya.
Shut up! And he starts to walk a bit menacingly at you. He's like, "Nobody gets away from Lang Fu."
Lang Fu?
Lang Fu. Yeah, you have no idea.
Oh, burn!
Got him! Fucking
You're dumb. Anton, we're not all gonna make it out of here alive,
Come on,
so one
Link.
of us has to bravely sacrifice ourselves for the good of the rest of us. You're the help. I run towards the gyrocopter.
The gyrocopter? I was about to say there's a gyrocopter, which may or may not have been caught in the fire. You aren't entirely sure. Because you can't really see it. There's so much fire. You do see where the biplane is because it's huge, but the gyrocopter might be locked up somewhere, or just you aren't entirely sure what the fate of the thing is.
I'll run towards the plane then.
The biplane?
Yes.
Alrighty, and then Everett and Anton, what do you do?
I will take another shot.
I still have one more shot too.
Okay, you both taking shots?
Yeah.
I should have 2 more shots, so I'll take 1 shot.
Wink, roll dex. Everett and Anton, roll your usual shooty things. You shot and hit? Okay.
Yep.
Me too. 20 out of 80.
Alrighty, so here's what happens. Anton takes a shot. Again, this the same sturgeon one just kind of like it warps in front of the the man. And like it takes another shot in like the hip, and this time you can tell it's kind of getting weak. Like it like kind of stumbles a little bit, but then it stabs its sword into the ground and stabs back up. As they're getting closer and closer from the other end of this biplane thing. Everett, as it stands back up, you take a shot at it, and its head just like explodes, and it stands there for a second like a sentinel with its thing stabbed into the ground, and then it just kind of slowly falls back as the smoke trails back and it flies down. So you killed one of its sturgeon's things. And then the man gets close enough to kind of swing a sword at you now. Same thing with the other sturgeon that's with him. So it's just one sturgeon and the man. Wink, you get to the plane and you realize it's been bumped enough that it needs to be recentered on its path, or else you'll just run it straight into a wall. So that's what you can kind of take care of now that you're next to the plane. They don't seem super concerned with you. They seem like they want to destroy the most immediate threats first, and then maybe work their way over to you.
They see me as sick or insane.
It's like that episode of American Dad. You look a lot worse than you feel. Just like, oh my god. But yeah, no. So there's like a block on the front of this plane that will allow you to kind of like rotate the plane a little bit. You can use that to recenter the plane if you need to.
Okay.
Yeah, so now the man gets close enough and he takes just a swing with his big sword. It's a giant English bastard sword. He takes a swing at Everett with his sword. Ooh, and he hits. He hits real good.
Pooper scoop.
He only does 3 damage though. So he like hits you and the sword like embeds into your side, and it actually pushes you a little bit to the side, and you fall onto the ground. You have like a big gash in your like side now though, that's like bleeding like crazy. Anton, the sturgeon, decides to make its way to you, and it also has an even bigger sword because the thing's this sort of deep one that can hold a bigger sword, so it has a sword specially made for it. This one also hits. And he does, this one was one of these. A 4 damage. He does the kind of the same idea as before. He kind of like slams the sword down on you and it drops you to the ground. Again, it's a familiar feeling, more blood just like splatting out like that. The man kind of walks over to Everett and he puts a boot on Everett's like stomach, and just kind of keeps you pushed to the ground and points the sword right in your face. He's like, "Do you even know who I am, boy?"
Before he says anything, I'm gonna do one of those cool like, just like shots.
From the hip.
Yeah, from the hip, because I have more bullets. And I just want to shoot him right in the brain.
Wait, but you said you ran out of bullets?
No, I have one more.
Have one more bullet. Okay.
Yeah.
Roll me. We'll see how this goes. Roll me a
fighting handgun.
How about this?
Handgun.
Yes, but he still says that, and you get a cool quip before you shoot, and we'll see how cool it is if it like actually works or anything. So he puts his foot on your chest. And he points the sword at your face, and he says, "Do you know who I am, boy?"
I say, a biggity bitch. And then I shoot him.
Got him.
And I get him.
I don't know what I was expecting. It's cool. No, just...
Everett's simple. Okay?
I know, I'm totally kidding.
You're
That's
a biggity bitch. Bam! And I got it because of 42. Woo!
You got a 42.
Ow! Dead.
So, with unnatural quickness, he does manage to get his shield up in the way, but it shoots the shield like clean off of him. Like it's so close to him that the shield, like he gets it up, and then like it does knock him back off of you at least.
Then I spin around and I look at Wink and I go, "Wink!" and I wink at him. And then
you're gonna have to try harder than that.
He's already on the biplane,
flying away.
You're like in the plane. You look at me through the window at the back of the plane. You're like,
So the man kind of loses. The man kind of loses his shield. The shield just kind of goes flying across the room, and he kind of loses his footing. He he gets off of you. I want to say you're still on the ground, but you have an ability to get back up when your turn gets up. Anton, what do you do? The sturgeon is kind of like over you, and he's reeling back for another.
He knocked me down too.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll shoot him.
You're gonna shoot the sturgeon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll me the thing.
I am going to spend 5 more luck to pass.
Nice. So you shoot. You do the same thing you did last time. Roll over, shoot him in the thing. His helmet flies off, and you see that there's a bullet that goes like this out his cheek, and it's like kind of slowly burning him like alive. But it's this like menacing looking like fish that like looks. Its head is definitely just a fish head. Like it's not like human looking with fish features. Like full blown fish, like sturgeon, and it's got like these actual razor sharp teeth as it looks down at you, and it just did not like that. It growls at you, but you did manage to knock it off of its balance, so it's not going to immediately be able to hit you or anything like that. We're doing another planning phase. So what does everybody do?
Can I now pilot the plane into these guys?
You want to move the plane over?
Well, no, just start flying it, I guess. So
well, first you have to. Oh, if you don't really care that it's not aligned. What's the exact
I thought
idea?
I aligned it.
No, I said you could do that on any next turn. You're just at it now.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna align it.
Well, you do have options because you could back it up if you wanted, or you could align it so that it's a getaway.
I'll align it as a getaway.
Okay. So that'll be what your turn is. Everett and Anton, what do you do? You're both on the floor, but you have the ability to get up and do something. Everett, as an option, because I think you're out of bullets now. The other sturgeon that died, his sword is near you.
Oh, can I go for that sword?
Oh, absolutely. We can
I
make this a cool ass sword fight with a burning plane in the background in a cool hangar. Yeah, we could. I don't know if we want to do cool things, but we could do that, I guess, if you really feel like it.
Instead, can I leave the situation and call the police?
We need to
I
call
offered
the
that
police.
at the beginning.
You did offer it at the beginning.
There are no police up here.
So you grab the sword. I want to say you can strike him with it too if you want.
Oh yeah. I'd like to grab the sword and go straight for a strike. Yeah.
Anton, what do you do?
I will take another shot.
At the sturgeon?
Yeah.
The sturgeon doctor? Sturgeon general? Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Wink, operate heavy machinery. Anton, shoot. Everett, fighting brawl. So Anton and Everett, what'd you do?
I got
I passed.
2. I passed. Yeah.
You both passed? You got a 2, Everett?
Yeah, I guess.
Fucking cool. So you get up, like as you're getting up, you grab this giant sword. It's a little heavier than you think, but you're pretty buff from all the stuff you've done in your life. And you just like bring it and just like, and then he like manages to block it, but you push him back, and it actually like hurts him a little bit. Like you can see him get a little wounded from being hurt. I'm gonna mark it. He's just like, oh. Looks like somebody grew some balls, huh? And he starts to like push back against you, and then you both are at the stance with the fire burning in the background. Anton, you took a shot and you said you passed?
Yep.
So the thing is coming at you, you shoot it again in the heart. You're good at shooting things directly in their heart because that's how you hunt. Again, you see it like pierce the bullet, shoot at the back end. There's a bunch of blue blood and flame that shoots out the back of it as you do that. And it's still coming at you, but it looks like it might be dying as it's coming at you. So now it's their turn really quick. Or Wink, what'd you get?
I got a 53.
So you're like cranking this thing to get the plane realigned where it needs to go, and you hear the as it gets into position to be able to fly out the hangar. And with that, it is back to the man and the fish. The man goes first.
The man and the fish.
The man and the fish.
Man in the sea.
Okay, he doesn't hurt you. You manage to hold your sword up as he goes, and then like, these are old English broadswords, so this isn't like a katana fight or anything like that. If you pull up your sword and he hits it, it's going to knock your sword away, but that's kind of the intended purpose. It's almost like you're swinging hammers at each other. These things are not like cutting weapons. These are blunt, like hard-ass weapons. Oh, wait, come back. I'm narrating it. Oh, he's got a sword. I think. Oh, he does.
I wonder where he got that.
Could have been anywhere. Oh wait, hang on. Hold on.
Hey,
Yes.
I have a sword.
Oh, fuck.
I knew that would come in handy.
Alexa, turn on guest bedroom.
I haven't.
Alexa, give me my sword.
That'd be awesome. I wish that was a command. I got mine on the wall right over here, actually, too.
Yeah.
Look, I gotta like get it, but I'm connected. Well,
So he like hits your sword really hard, and you block it, but it doesn't do any damage to you. But he does manage to like you blocked it essentially, really good. And he goes to kind of like line it up again. It's just hard to move it around, but it exists. And I'll do what you're doing. It's pretty fun.
you're gonna hit the wall. Don't hit the
Yeah,
wall.
I will probably hit the wall. But he hits your sword, and then he kind of points it at you, and he's like, "You're pretty good. I think you deserve to know who I am. Did you know you're fighting the esteemed Edward Chandler?"
Who?
Chandler
From French?
That's right. The ones
Yes.
the legends speak of. In your... Well, I don't know. Anton would know. I don't know if Everett would actually know, because he's an explorer. He finds things, but he's not necessarily knowledgeable of those things. Anton has heard legends of this swordsman before. He's an old English legend, almost like King Arthur. This man is talked about through longer than history should allow him to be alive. So you're surprised to hear that name. Maybe you think he's faking it.
Is he a Highlander?
Could be. But you think maybe he could be faking it or just using a handle or full of himself or something. But you know the name Edward Chandler. Wink and Everett, you know the name Edward Chandler from something completely different. Anton knows of the legend.
Friends.
Wink and Everett have seen Friends. No, Wink and Everett, it's been so long. In Trail of the Beast, you found a letter to somebody that was addressed from Edward Chandler. This man was telling them that if he screwed up, he'd find a replacement for somebody. That's this person. He was like, "That's right. And you, a mere boy, thinks you can defeat a legend, huh? Well, let's put it to the test." And he smiles. Anton, you shot... oh, wait, no, Anton, now the thing's coming at you. Where's my other dice? Oh, there it is.
I was gonna say, as he's saying all this, I should just run him over with the plane. I'm gonna put my sword away.
He misses. The thing misses, and it's like it goes to swing. It would have been a hit, but then because it's so weak due to being shot in the head and the chest, that it drops to a knee right before it might hit you, and it just completely derails it. The thing dies, dropping its sword. The sword kind of scatters across the room as like fire kind of this blue fire kind of starts to come out of its back. You can now see the exit wound, and like its entire back is just exploded from your gun. And it's just like, oh man. But yeah, so that's back to you. You have another planning phase. Both the sturgeons are dead.
Do I know anything, like a weakness from the legend? Like, do I have any insight to him besides he's just a great swordsman?
You would know that he seems to be some sort of immortal in the legends. That there didn't seem to be a story about him dying or losing. And there may not be one today. But that's all you really know. Like, so there's no like Achilles heel or anything to this man. His cape kind of billows in the wind as he like pulls his sword out for another strike on Everett. But yeah, planning phase. Anton,
I have one shot left, so I'm gonna use it.
you're gonna use it on him. All right.
Yeah.
Everett and Wink, what do you do?
Go with my sword. I'm gonna try to stab it in the neck, in the face,
I'm gonna start the plane.
Alrighty. Wink, you could just do that. I want to say you actually probably did that last turn. Like, you realigned the plane, got into the plane, and started it, so the plane's almost ready to go. You're doing, like, pre-flight check stuff at this point. Okay, so let's see. Anton, you go first. Roll me your dice.
Got it.
You got it. So you
Yeah.
take a shot at him, and he doesn't have his shield anymore. He somehow, like, supernaturally can sense the bullet is coming at him, and he deflects it with his sword. But that is enough to give Everett an opening, so roll me a fighting brawl with your sword, Everett.
Yeah. Ooh, 17. So I think I got it. Yep. 45.
Yeah, that sounds like a hit. Roll me a d10.
9.
9
Wow.
damage. So you like, he deflects the bullet because he sees that coming, but then he's so open, you stab him right in his side, like between the armor and everything. It pierces him and everything. And you just see like what looks like black blood shoot out of him. He like looks down at it, and he looks up at you, and he just kind of smiles. He's definitely should be majorly wounded were he a mortal normal man. He grins at you, and then he like kicks you off of him, like leaving the sword inside of him as he kicks you off. He's starting to come at you again, now with a sword sticking out of his side. But he's a little bit slower because the sword kind of like impedes his movement a little bit. You think maybe it got deep enough to hurt his like hip or something like that. But yeah, the plane is ready to go. Wink, did you want to do anything in the plane to signal that maybe it's ready, or any crazy movement or anything?
Does it got a horn?
Yeah, probably as a horn.
Okay, I'll just beep the horn and kind of like. I mean, I'm in a plane. I can't like. It's not like they can see me that well or anything.
Yeah, and you can see that the fire is moving thanks to the biplane spinning wheels and everything, or the spinning propellers and everything like that. You hear the horn going. So the Edward Chandler, who now you know, is coming towards you, and you all have one more planning stage.
Well, I'm out of bullets and everything, so I'm gonna start heading to the plane.
Yeah, can I just take off towards the plane?
Yeah. Roll dex, both of you.
Wow. Whoa. Oh no.
I made it.
0, 0.
I barely made it.
0 is 100, right? So I'm gonna have to use some luck. I can use some luck because my dexterity is 90, so I'll just use I guess 11.
Oh, just to bring it down?
Yeah. So,
I think technically you can't do that for a critical fail, but I will allow it. I am merciful this time. I have my sword, and I am merciful this time. Every breath you breathe is a gift from me. So you all run to the biplane. You see Edward Chandler pull the sword out of his gut, this black liquid shooting out as he does. He just throws the sword on the ground, a little bit mad, as the plane takes off. Wink, I want you to roll drive auto one more time.
Thank God, it's a drive auto. It's like a car in the sky. I actually just got it. I got a 60 out of 60.
So you see Edward try to like grab the back of the plane, but like it's just a little bit too late as the plane skirts out of the bunker and flies into the sky, into the Swedish Alps. You go the way the biplane hangar was set up is definitely enough that you can go up and not have any problem with any of the mountains or anything like that. They didn't make it dangerous or anything to land there, so that Everett can have guests sometimes. But like otherwise, if it was up to him, he would have just. But yeah. So now you're in the sky, flying away from your house. You can see out the side of your window that your house is just completely demolished. The Swedish house is gone. Wink. All of your footage that you've taken over the past few months burning inside of this building, as all of the buildings are now on fire or crumbling or has a giant monster on top of it and is completely destroyed. You still have Schmitty's Lucky Luger. You look at it, Everett, as Wink drives the plane, and you all just kind of have a moment as you're flying away.
I dropped a grenade and Wink slap.
Although, Anton, if you want, you could chuck it back as you're flying out if you really want.
Why?
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna check the grenade.
Why
from the
not?
flight.
Roll me a throw check really quick, just for
Why
funsies.
not? I wish more people would ask why not when they're deciding to whip hand grenades out the back of moving airplanes.
Let's hear.
No, I totally don't have the arm for that.
You throw it, it just falls. The plane's just far too away, and it just falls into the mountainside and just. Edward just kind of stares at it, and then he just looks at you, and you can see him just getting smaller and smaller in the distance as you're flying away. He just stands there and watches.
Yeah. I'm on the radio, and I'm saying, prepare my mansion in Madagascar, which is
On
a
the
made-up
moon.
country that you don't know exists yet.
Madagascar, we
A
go.
country for only rich people.
It's a country for only rich people. No, you know in your heart of hearts where you may have to go. I might have to slightly railroad you to it because I know you're going to make up some bullshit like a made-up rich country.
Yeah. No, I know exactly what you're talking about, Dave. Back to
We'll say it at the same time. 1, 2, 3, Shanghai.
Floyd, Michigan.
Damn you didn't even say it at the same time. No, it's clear now that this Lang Fu problem isn't simply going to vanish, and the beast will come for you, and the beast will find you, and the beast will kill you, unless you kill him first. It's time for Everett and Wink to go to Shanghai to regroup with their friends and stop Lang Fu once and for all, or at least die trying.
I thought the beast found me in that gondola long ago.
Again, that was the fox that you had sex with.
Trapped in the elements.
And with that is Home, Sweden Home, or was, because it's destroyed now. With that, I mean, if anybody wants like well, no, we're pretty good, and it's also overtime, so we're good. With that, we'll go around and talk about favorite times and stuff like that. I'll start with Jason.
So I was Jason. I played Anton. You can find me as Cuddler. Best. The fact that the cabin fever got to them so bad they just started fucking animals.
Allegedly.
And Tom.
Tom, I played a Wink, and I liked our Swedish standoff in the jetpack. That was fun. It just capitalized on all the cabin fever and everything. And that's it. I'll go to Mike.
My name is Mike. I played Everett, Breckenridge, and yeah, I really love that Wink/Tom had sex with a fox.
And it kept coming
You're
up.
making it so hard to edit all references to having sex with animals out. I see.
I thought that was the theme of the theme.
The trail of the beast.
I thought Anton never got the cabin fever just because he normally lived there.
Yes, exactly. He was totally fine the whole time.
Yeah, it was just, God.
I'm Dave. I was your keeper this evening. You can find me at Mystery Mythos on Twitter and our YouTube page, which is the Mythos Mystery Society. My favorite part was the fact that I could just say anything super silly you guys did was due to cabin fever and nightmare opium, and that was hysterical to me. It's just like it all suddenly just made sense. Yeah, with that, we are the Mythos Mystery Society, brought to you by Schmuckies. Schmuckies, you'll have to try harder than that.